inform others that I'll be engaging the class since MB Patil sir is on leave today. Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? Thank you. Sir, is it HR or finance class? It's a finance class. I'll be engaging HR analytics. The subject, the specialization is HR itself, but not compensation. I'll be engaging you for HR analytics. You guys will wait for another 2 minutes and then we'll get started. Okay. In the meanwhile, can everybody come in the video mode before we start? Guys, can you please come in the video mode? Okay. Guys, please come in the video mode so that we can discuss and then we can get started. Once I start with the class, you can uh, basically switch off your video, not a problem. Okay, guys, if you remember in the previous class, I had given you two questions to be written, okay, an assignment to be written. Okay, Dhanashree, I have received your mail, okay, though I had not asked you all to, yeah, I have not asked you all to send a mail, but fine, since you have sent it, good. Okay, others need not send me a mail right now, okay. I'll tell you when you need to send me the mails of all the assignments together, okay. I'll give you a time when you can send the all the assignments together for HR analytics and then for BFS, okay, because multiple mails again it would create a problem for me later for record keeping. But if you but do one thing, whenever you are preparing the assignments and if you are taking a photo of it, okay, uh, try to maintain separate files for separate assignments. So the first assignment that I'd given, right, the file name should be assignment 1, HR analytics assignment 1, HR analytics assignment 2, and so on, okay, so that it's easy for you also to retrieve it and it's easy for me also to check it. Fine. In case the classes go on online itself, okay, we are not sure about your offline classes now. It was 1st of October which was decided. Now they have postponed it to 1st of November when your physical classes will start. Now it's 1st of November. We don't know what will happen, okay, because of the situation. If it again worsens, then yes, it would be extended. So let's be prepared for everything. Okay. Now, I hope you were able to answer those two questions, especially the second one where I had asked you to write a brief note about the Toyota production system. Okay. So were you able to write the Toyota production system? Guys, can you please come in the video mode, everyone? At least during the question answers, you can be in the video mode. Later, you can switch off your video if too much of data is been utilized and you're worried about your data. Rangoli, Sanket, Meghna, Shaila, Jaswina, Zora, Rashmi, Renuka, please come in the video mode before we start the class. I know in the early morning it's really difficult to come in the video mode. Most of you are still in that mood of sleeping and yawning and all those things, but still. Rangoli, Sanket, Shaila, Mrunali, Zora, come in the video mode. Jaswina, Rangoli, Sanket and Shaila, quickly come in the video mode. We are wasting a lot of time here. First of all, we get only 40 minutes. In that, we waste time till the people join. Sanket always has a technical issue. Hope tomorrow Viva is there you will not have a technical issue. Provided you have submitted your report. I guess you have submitted your report. Tomorrow for the Vivas, you have to be in the video mode. You cannot just be in the audio mode. Okay, yes. Guys, so were you able to write something about the Toyota production system? Zora? Zora?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you tell me in brief what is this Toyota production system? What is so special about this Toyota production system?
Sir, like when I was writing it, like when I searched it on Google, sir, actually what happened when I searched for lean thing, that lean manufacturing thing, in that only they said that it has come from Toyota production system,
Correct. Correct.
and they said that uh, like the characteristics of lean that day which you explained, similarly like that only the Toyota production system is there, like they follow the same things, and you know that they have zero errors because they follow all this stuff that I cannot explain it now fully because I don't remember, but
Okay.
just briefing like how much I remember,
Okay.
like
Fine.
these all stuff was there, like they follow this system, this is the reason they have zero errors in their
Okay. Zero
this thing.
defects. Zero defects is
Yeah,
what they call this. Right.
zero
Good. Good.
zero difference.
Good. Okay. Saraswati, did you
Yes, sir.
study? Did you study the Toyota production system?
Yes, sir.
Anything special about the system?
So it is completely depend upon the lean production system,
Okay.
lean manufacturing system.
Okay.
It is integrated by socio-technical system developed by Toyota.
Okay. Very nice.
Um, the system is also known by the more generic of lean manufacturing and just-in-time production, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Dhanashree, anything extra that you want to add?
Yes, sir. Sir, even it is dependent on the goals, goals of Toyota production system.
Okay, so it basically tries to achieve the goals and objectives of the organization using the various tools and techniques of quality management,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Especially the lean
Yes, sir.
manufacturing. It adopts the lean manufacturing process, right? Meghna, anything else you
Yes.
want to add? Meghna, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it's the as Anashri said, its goal is to provide the goods at the world class quality levels to meet the expectations of the customers,
Right.
and um, and also the human resource plays a very important role in the manufacturing. There is a respect for people, and it is said that they are the heart of the system. Is the heart of the system is the employees of are the employees.
Okay, great, great, great.
And
Meghna, stop there because others
yes, sir.
also let. Very good, very good. That is what I was expecting. Okay, how do you connect the Toyota production system or lean manufacturing with the HR? Very good. Okay, Sanket. Sanket. Answer the question. Don't just say yes, sir. I'm not taking attendance here. At least you have your audio is working, or there is a technical error there also, issue there also. Sir, audio pro. Okay, great. At least your brain is working, Sanket, or there is a technical issue there also. Okay, Ashwini. Where did she go? Okay, gone. Okay, Ayman. No, you're not audible. Unmute, unmute.
Forgot.
Okay.
Sorry. It approaches cost reduction.
So I did not get you.
It
Okay, I guess there's some issue, Ayman, with your audio, like your voice is breaking. Viana? Viana, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Viana,
Yes,
can
sir.
you please explain a few more points on Toyota production system?
As in like how it is related to HR.
Anything that you know about the Toyota production system.
Okay. So, it uses the just-in-time concept as well. So in that, what they do is that they only prepare products. They only like prepare products only when they are needed, and not like
Very nice.
anything extra or
Correct.
something.
Correct. Good. Good. Yes. Okay. So basically,
Mm.
they try to avoid wastage due to inventory, right? Wastage of space,
Yes, sir.
wastage of money, etc. due
Mm-hmm.
to storage, right? So that is what again
Yes,
is
sir.
a part of Toyota production system. Okay. So in general, if you want to sum up with all these things, Toyota production system is the system which uses the quality management principles and practices for delivering quality products to the customers and meeting their expectations, right? Or adding value or creating value to the customers is the main intention of this Toyota production system. Okay, so with this, let's continue with the next part that we had started with. That is, in the previous class, guys, is the audio, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now you can off your videos if you want to, not an issue at all, but do not go off the class. Okay, so in the previous class, if you remember, we started with lean manufacturing, where we studied what is lean, then what are the characteristics of lean manufacturing, the principles of lean manufacturing, okay, and HR challenges in lean manufacturing, right? So today we are going to go with, okay, I guess we have completed this also, the problems in lean manufacturing, lean system.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, great. So let's understand the last part of this lean philosophy or the lean psychology, okay, is Lean Six Sigma. Now, can somebody tell me what is Six Sigma? Since you have studied the Toyota production process, so you might have come across this word Six Sigma, right? So what is Six Sigma? Guys, what is Six Sigma? Are you all there?
Sir, it is a set of management techniques
For what?
to business perspective, sir.
Uh, can you be a bit specific, Dhanashree? Dhanashree, you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So is Six Sigma and lean manufacturing one and the same?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. So Six Sigma is the process by which defects have been reduced to a minimum level.
Very
So say
nice.
suppose there is a system wherein some 10,000 in the 10,000 units of production, there could be only one error or one defect.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And how is it different from lean? Yes, how is it different from lean?
So in lean manufacturing, whenever there is an error, the process stops and the humans interfere, like the supervisor and the engineers, to rectify it.
Okay.
Whereas in Six Sigma, it's a basically a standard by which there shouldn't be any errors occurring.
Okay, okay. So do you say Six Sigma is nothing but zero defect?
Yes, at a point of time, yes.
Yes. So we call it as zero defect manufacturing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So basically, lean and Six Sigma, if you see the principles of both, okay, they are one and the same. Okay, though they differ with the processes and the procedures that are followed, they differ a bit in the process and procedure, but most the objectives that they want to achieve or the philosophy with which these two systems are built, okay, are almost similar. I'm not saying same, but they are on similar lines. Okay, so basically what happens here is, in this lean Six Sigma, basically you are trying to merge both the activities or both the processes or both the methods. Okay, so what happens is, in lean Six Sigma, it is a methodology that maximizes shareholders value by achieving the fastest rate of improvement in customer satisfaction, cost, quality, and process. Okay, so basically the objective is to maximize the shareholders value. How? By improving customer satisfaction, improving the quality, improving the cost, and improving the processes. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is how basically lean Six Sigma helps you in achieving the objective of shareholders wealth maximization. Okay, now how it is done? It is a hybrid philosophy. Why it is a hybrid philosophy? Because it is a combination of both lean manufacturing as well as Six Sigma process. So it's a combination of both which helps you in achieving the objective. So it is called as a hybrid philosophy. Okay, and lean is used to reduce. Why do we use lean? Lean is used to reduce waste but does not use statistical techniques. Okay, so why this combination? Understand that now. Okay, lean is a system that we have already studied. It's a group of techniques that we use for reduction of waste or elimination of waste. That is what lean talks about. But what happens here is, it does not use any statistical technique for improvement. Okay, it helps in reducing the wastage, fine, but there is no statistical technique adopted which helps you in continuously improving your processes. Okay, which is given by Six Sigma now. So when you have these two systems together, you are reducing wastage or you are eliminating waste also. On the other hand, you are improving your processes. So that is how lean Six Sigma helps you. So on the other hand, Six Sigma is a project driven and is not very suitable in addressing practical issues. Okay, so Six Sigma uses the statistical techniques but does not addresses the practical issues. Okay, it tells you how to basically achieve zero defects, or how to improve your process is been told by Six Sigma, but how to practically implement it is given by Lean. Okay, so one is theoretical, another is practical. One does not use a statistical tool, another uses statistical tools. And when we combine these two systems, it becomes a hybrid system where everything is available. You have practicability, you have theoretical knowledge, your theoretical skills are available, practical implementation is there, there is statistical techniques, and there is a way to reduce waste and improve your process. So that is how Lean Six Sigma helps you in eliminating waste and achieving or improving your processes to achieve the objectives of shareholders' wealth maximization by creating value to the customers, improvement in quality, improvement in cost, and improvement in the processes. Okay, so integration of Lean and Six Sigma offers possibility of reducing defects through quality control process variations and reduction of waste using Lean techniques. Okay, so first one is reducing defects. Okay, there is a lot of difference between defects and waste. Defects occur when you're producing and there is some combination that you miss, and because of that there are defects in your material, defects in your product. Okay, but waste is basically unnecessary materials, okay, which are leftovers, those are called as wastes. Okay, so Six Sigma basically helps you in reducing the defects, whereas Lean manufacturing helps you in reducing the waste. Are you clear with this now? So it's an integration which helps you in reducing both waste also and defects also. That is what Lean Sigma basically is. Sorry, are you clear with this Lean Six Sigma or Lean Six Sigma? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Yeah. Now, when you were studying the Toyota production process, you might have come across these words Muda, Muri, and Mura.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are these words? What do they represent? Nurali?
So Muri is overburden.
Okay.
Mura is inconsistency.
Very nice.
And Muda is eliminating the waste.
Very nice. Okay. So Muri is overburden. Okay. There is overburden of work on a particular process or on a particular machine. There is lot of work on that particular machine. Overburden, right? So Muri, or on a particular human being or a particular employee, lot of work is put on a particular employee. That is called as Muri, right? Nunali, if I'm not wrong,
Yes,
it is
sir.
Muri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mura is basically, Mura is what?
So inconsistency.
Inconsistency means what? The performance that you are giving is not consistent. Okay, sometimes your performance is very high, sometimes the performance is very low, but it is not consistent. That is called as Mura. So reducing inconsistency in terms of performance, in terms of quality. Here we talk about quality here. So consistency in quality. If there is inconsistency, we call it as Mura. Okay, and Muda is eliminating waste. Okay, so these are the terms that we use. These are the Japanese terms that are used in Lean manufacturing as well as the Toyota production system or Six Sigma as well. Okay, so basically what is Lean Six Sigma is, it's a combination of both the philosophies, that is Lean manufacturing, which is for reduction of waste, whereas Six Sigma for reduction of defects or eliminating defects. And a combination of these two forms the Lean Six Sigma. Okay, let us understand the benefits of it now. Okay, what are the benefits of Lean manufacturing? Okay, first thing is quality improvement. Am I right? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how is the quality improved, Rashmi?
So quality is definitely improved because they have so many systems which monitor the quality, such as there is no defect in the manufacturing.
Very
They
nice.
try to reduce the waste and they try to deliver as much more value as possible to the customers.
Perfect, perfect, right?
Because most
So
of the wastes are not, when they pay for most of the wastes, sir, there are 8 types of wastes, right? They don't benefit customers in any way, so they just try to reduce them,
reduce or eliminate them, right?
eliminate, sir. Yes.
Yes, yes, very true. Okay, so basically Lean Six Sigma is working towards eliminating waste. As Rashmi rightly said, there are different types of waste that are there, okay, or 8 types of waste which we can classify them, okay. And the Six Sigma technique uses the reducing of defects. So when you have no wastage, when you have no defects, and when you are trying to create value to the customers, ultimately, yes, the quality is improved. So that is what the benefit is, that is quality improvement. Second one is improved visual management. Can somebody tell me what may be this visual management now? Visual management.
So there are tools named as Genji, Genbutsu, and Gemba or something, sir,
Correct, correct,
which
correct.
say
So
that,
see, visual management means what? Uh, we can see what is happening. Observation, okay? Management through
yes, sir.
observation is visual management, okay? Because as she rightly said, there is Gemba and Klemba and all those things, okay? Where your machines are properly arranged in a particular sequence. There are markings, okay? There are areas of production, they are marked, the pathway is marked, everything is properly marked. So quality management here happens through observations, okay, observations and documentation. That is how quality is improved here, and that is the another benefit of lean manufacturing. You need not use any statistical techniques here. You are just observing things and you are finding out whether it is going on smoothly or no. If there is something which is not going, like when you observe and something is deviating, okay, you can come to know easily that yes, there is a deviation in the process or there is a deviation in the quality, right? So it is only through observation. So lean manufacturing basically concentrates more on observation techniques, okay. Then is efficiencies increase, definitely when you are reducing the movement of the employees, like unnecessary movement of the employees is reduced, okay. You're providing them with the best of the tools which are useful. The machines are properly arranged, the layout, the plant layout is properly done. If all these things are done, your efficiency increases. Efficiency in terms of human resource, where they are more effective now and they are more productive, and efficiency in terms of utilization of resources also. Because when you talk about lean, most of us say that it is just in time. So when you're talking about just in time, there is no stock. That means you are using your money effectively, using your capital effectively, because you are not wasting any resource or any amount of capital into unnecessary stocking, okay. The materials come, they are on the production floor, and once they are produced, they are sent to the customers. So there is no wastage in terms of inventory, okay. So resources are utilized efficiently, so efficiency increases. Reduction in labor, yes, definitely. When you are now there, it is debatable like whether it is a benefit or it's a curse, but yes, from a company's perspective, from an organization perspective, you can reduce on your laborers, okay, because you have a set system and you are eliminating unnecessary things. So when you try to eliminate unnecessary things, you find that some of the workers are not required, you eliminate them. So reduction in labor, problem elimination, okay. So you are eliminating the problems because you are observing things, okay. You are trying to find out what is going wrong and you are trying to eliminate that problem, okay, by using various other tools and techniques, definitely, like just in time, Kanban, your Kaizen, or your 5S, Six Sigma. You're using all these techniques and you're trying to eliminate the problem, whether the problem is related to waste, whether the problem is related to stock, whether the problem is related to defects. The problem may be anything. Using the lean manufacturing, you are basically trying to eliminate the problems. Yes. Next one is safer facility. As I said, when you are adopting lean, there are ways to walk. If you want to walkway, there is a pathway on which you have to walk. You cannot cross those yellow lines. If you have seen a manufacturing facility which has Six Sigma or quality management, they have green path on which the green or blue path on which the employees have to walk, and there are yellow lines besides the machines. Okay, and there are some areas which are marked as dangerous, where you are not supposed to enter those areas unless authorized to. Okay, then if there are cranes hanging on the top, that those instructions are also been printed, or they are pasted somewhere, so that you are cautious when you are walking through it. Okay, so safer facility. When you are implementing lean, the facility that you are working in is very safe to work. Okay, when all these things are given, okay, when the employees are focused, they know what to achieve, they are focused, they are not wasting their time, they are more productive, definitely their morale is improved. Okay, so you are boosting the employee morale by providing them the necessary facilities. Okay, and last one is space reduction. Definitely, when you are arranging things properly, you require less space. Just imagine your cupboard, okay, your wardrobe. If you just go on throwing your clothes in your wardrobe, even if there are 10 wardrobes also, those will not be enough for you. But if you are placing them properly, okay, if you're placing your clothes properly, even one wardrobe would be more than enough for you. Okay, so space is reduced when you're organized, and lean helps you in organizing things, because it also uses 5S. So 5S talks about organizing. Okay, so basically when you adopt lean manufacturing, these are the various benefits that you get in terms of quality, in terms of visual management. Visually also, your organization seems to look very neat and clean, because there is no unnecessary stocking, there is no waste which is fallen here and there. Okay, everything is neat and clean. So visual management, improved visual management, and that is how observation also works. Okay, then is efficiency increases. Your employees become more efficient, your processes become more efficient. Reduction of labor, yes, you can eliminate labor which is unnecessary labor. Problem elimination, you can reduce your problems, you can solve your problems. Safer facility, because of all the processes of marking and authorizing and deauthorizing people from entering particular area, you can eliminate, or you can eliminate accidents and make your facility more safer. Then by doing all these things, you're providing whatever the employees want, you're trying to provide them the best of the facilities. There is proper communication, they know what they are going to achieve. All these things are done to boost their employee morale. Okay, the morale is boosted. And last one is, when you organize yourself properly, when there is proper layout done in your organization, okay, you require less space than what it was required. First of all, no inventory means that space directly is saved. Okay, because when we talk about lean, it is just in time, so no inventory at all. So the space that you required to store your inventory is not there. Okay, no inventory, no space required, so you're saving on the space. So this is how lean manufacturing helps you in various aspects of the business. And as when we were having the discussion, as Meghna rightly said, the heart of all these things is the human resource, right? The center of all these things is the human resource, because they are the people who are going to drive this system. Okay, and that is the reason why it has been included as a part of HR analytics, because analytics also plays a very important role here. Okay, because unless you have a data, unless you have something to take decisions on, okay, you will not be able to achieve this. So all these Six Sigma or lean manufacturing, they are all database. Okay, based on the data, you try to take decisions. Okay, so that is how data is used. And since HR is the center point of all these activities, and it is the human resource who are going to implement these systems, so it is a part of human resource analytics. Okay, so that is all about your benefits of lean, right? So this brings us to the end of the first unit, which was all about your HR analytics introduction, where we studied what is HR analytics, the framework, and the various other things that we studied in HR analytics. Then we went on to lean manufacturing. What is lean? Characteristics of lean, uses, problems, issues, HR issues. Then we also studied the benefits of lean manufacturing. What is Lean Six Sigma also we studied. Okay, so this was your entire package of first unit. Okay, any doubts in this? Any doubts in understanding any of these things that we have dealt in HR analytics? Okay, I'll be sharing this slide with you all. Okay, but the slides, if you have seen the slides, they are just pointers. Okay, they will not be, you cannot just depend on the slides. You have to refer books, you have to refer the internet. Okay, points are given, fine, but the explanation has to come from you. Okay, so you have to read and come up with the explanation. So I hope you're clear with all these things that we have dealt. Okay, I'll just start with the first slide. I'll just scroll the slide so that you understand. So first one was introduction, then features, purpose, why do we need HR analytics, what are the various areas that we cover under HR analytics, like recruitment, productivity, engagement, remuneration, benefits. Then what are the levels of HR analytics, descriptive, multidimensional, and predictive. What are the methods that we use in HR analytics, like clustering, driver analysis, risk analysis, or forecasting. Then we try to study the tools, various tools like HireVue, Bersins, then Skillport and Saba. Then we studied the uses of HR analytics, how it is used in reporting, how it is used in building dashboards, how it is used in data mining and solving problems. Then what is the role of HR analytics? What are the advantages, or you can say role of HR analytics? What are the barriers? Okay, what creates problems for HR analytics? What are the third wave of value creation, where we took the example of Patanjali and we tried to understand each and every wave, that is the lead the value, manage the value, and market the value. Okay, then we went on to do the valuing HR analytics in organizational system. What is the current situation? That is a timeline of HR analytics or HR. What is the current situation? What would be the future of HR analytics? What are the challenges that we may face to implement the HR system? Then this was your timeline again, or the maturity HR measurement or HR maturity. Okay, so maturity level 1, 2, 3, and 4, where we started with initial, there was no HR practices, or it was absent or many minimum. Then foundation, where clearly defined practices were there. HR agenda, where it became an integrated part of the system, and HR as a part of your strategic planning. Okay, that was your level 4. Then was your lean system, characteristics, principles, HR challenges in lean system, problems in lean system, and Lean Six Sigma. Okay, benefits of lean. That's it. So I hope you're clear with all the points that we have covered in this particular chapter or unit. Okay, if there are any doubts, you can go ahead, unmute yourself and clarify your doubts. Okay, if there is anything, we are left with I guess around 1.5 minutes. Okay, so feel free to ask any doubts that you have, else we'll end the meeting. Okay guys, I'll just end the meeting now.
So,
Yes.
sir, Indu Patil sir is on leave.
He's on leave today. Yes.
So then we also have his one more class, sir.
No, that class I'll just confirm whether it would be engaged, because it's recruitment and selection, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just confirm, because I have a class before that. Okay, I'll just confirm and
Yes, sir.
I'll put a message on the group.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, what about marketing students? Like he teaches us also.
No, that is what marketing. I don't think it would be engaged, but whatever are the adjustments, I'll let you know. Okay, because see, this is Tuesday, right? So he has only one more class today. After that, he doesn't have any class, because classes
Okay.
will run till only 12:55. So I'll just confirm as to if somebody is engaging that class at around 11:30.